Welcome back to another edition of the End of Day Report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan. I'm live, man. I'm live. I'm back. All right. I see we got some folks in the live stream. What up, Red Pill? What up, Paul? What up, John? What is that? Mohari? What up, Mohari? Um, Yo, man, today was something else. It really was, man. It was smoking. The big question though is where do we go from here? Today was epic. It was the biggest point drop in market history. It was the baddest, the biggest, the baddest meltdown of markets ever. It was epic. And we still managed to pimp the markets. All right. We managed to pimp them markets. That's what we do. That's how we roll. Now, as we speak right now, Bitcoin is down 1,510 bucks, trading at 45.25 after bouncing off of a low of 4,365. 4,000. We're now teeter-tottering on that 4,000 to 6,000 support range. All right. I'm just saying, we're right there. All right. We've been talking about this every day. Every day we've been talking about this. We've been showing charts. I've been showing you a little something on them charts. And now here we are. I mean, we are looking at some really rough stuff right now. But you know what? At the end of the day, this too shall pass. At some point, all right, at some point, the markets are going to correct. At some point, the markets are going to correct. And it will be the biggest, the baddest rally in market history. So we're going to go from the biggest and the baddest crash in market history to the biggest and the baddest rally in market history. And you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. It is going to be bananas. And we're going to be right here to guide you through it. Just like I showed you this morning, how you need to go with your gut. And when it's time to get out the way, it's time to get out the way. All right? You take what you can and you give nothing back. I took what I could on the short Dow, and then I got the heck out of the way. All right, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna keep showing you how to do that because you can do it too. I'm showing you every day with these vids that it can be done on a consistent basis. All right, a consistent basis. You don't have to struggle, and you don't have to go it alone. It's not rocket science. It's worse. It's harder than rocket science. But I've already done all the hard work for you. All you have to do is place the trades, dude. That's all you got to do. Don't be scared. All right? Don't be scared. You don't want to be one of them scary dudes shivering all shriveled up in the corner, scared of your own shadow, scared of these markets. You should respect the markets, but you don't have to be scared of the markets, all right? Don't be a scary dude. Now, with that being said, you do have to respect it. You got to know what's going on, and you got to know how to respect it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to respect the markets, but we're going to pimp the markets, okay? That's what they're there for, all right? Why should everyone else be making all the money and you cowardly in the corner, scared of your own shadow, waiting for the sky to fall? Think, oh, this is the end of the world. This is it. This is it. This is it. Oh, my God. No, it's not the case. You too can do what you need to do in these markets, and I'm going to show you. I've been showing you. All right? You just got to have a little bit of tenacity, and everything else is all right. I'm still selecting what I'm going to talk about today, so bear with me. Hopefully this won't go too long. These last few days have been wearing me out, man. Straight up. I have been so tired. I've been working so hard. I've been in the lab. I've been making it do what it do. I think I'm good for now. This is going to be my opening thing I'm going to run with. Let's check one other thing here. 2 days. All right. I think we good. I think we're good. I think this is it right here. Okay. So let me pull this up. All right. You said they have canceled. They've canceled Formula One. Really? Wow. Wow. Okay. I'm a man says pronounced Moyari. Moyari. Okay, Moyari. What's up, my man? All right. If I'm lucky, I can afford. Oh, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. We got a pimp in the house. You made 6 racks. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good. Keep it up, man. Keep riding them PulseWaves, man. That's what we do here, man. That's what we don't just talk. You know, while the rest of the world is panicking, we don't panic. All right, we know what's going on before it happens. You guys knew the market was going to fall before it happened. You knew that we were still in a bearish trend momentum. You knew that. You knew you had a bearish trend momentum reading. What did you think bearish trend momentum meant? It means falling market. Just like if I said, okay, we have a bullish weekly trend momentum. What does that mean? It means we're still locked in bullish and you can expect prices to continue to rise. It's just that simple. And then, you know, you get these buy and sell signals with the rally and crash alerts. That's what those are. All right. And anything else where there's not a signal, but you have a bullish weekly trend momentum, that's a continuation pattern. All right. If you missed the initial takeoff, you can catch the continuation. There's no guarantee how much further it's going to continue to run. But hey, I'd rather take some money off the table than none. So that's what we do. That's how we get down. So we're going to look at a few things tonight. I always say I'm only going to look at a couple of charts, but it always ends up being a million charts. But I just have to show you how things work. Now, I do take recommendations at times too. You guys always hit me with those. And I pull them up. And then you get to see how the system is performing with that particular issue. And I must say we've been doing really well. We've been tearing it up. And it is what it is. All right, so this is what we're going to do first. Let's start off with something small. All right, we're going to start off with something small. We're going to start off with something small. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Give me just a second. Let me pull up my thing here. All right. Now I need to check one other thing. Oh, wow. Okay, my man just told me the U.S. Mint has sold out of Eagles. And that's the silver Eagles, not gold, but the silver Eagles. The U.S. Mint is sold out. Wow. G. Willikers, Batman. It is what it is, folks. People are scared. All right. So here is a chart of the U.S. dollar. These are not weekly charts. These are daily charts, if you can believe it. Daily charts of the U.S. dollar. All right. So we came off of this primary rally alert back here a few days ago. Now we're getting a secondary rally alert, and we created a pointer today. So you know the dollar's coming back. It's running back. Why this break right here happened, I have no idea. But this is where we are now. And we have the beginning of bullish weekly trend momentum. I normally do not initiate new positions on Fridays. That's been my rule. However, because we are in uncharted waters and we're living in a new age, I might have to do a little something. I would like to play the technical bounce tomorrow because it's Take Back Friday, assuming we get one. If we do get one, I think I may want to take home a few things in my back pocket, and I will explain that at the end of this vid. How about that? And then, we'll chop it up. We'll go into it. All right. So for now, this is a bullish pointer on the dollar, and it's looking like it wants to retrace and get back up here to 100. I think we're going to take out 100 on this next run. Let's see if I'm right. All right, moving right along, taking a look at HDGE, the hedge. It gapped up today. All right, it gapped up. You're in that elongated bullish weekly trend momentum phase. All right, where the pullbacks are being bought up and all that good stuff. But we do have this gap to contend with here and a gap to contend with here. And because of that, that suggests that it's a strong possibility starting tomorrow with Take Back Friday that we start to correct, which means the stock markets start to rally. This is a bearish pointer here as well as here. All right. I'm just saying, if you've been long this week, you may want to consider taking a little something off the table, as tomorrow is Take Back Friday. And the government ain't going to let this go on for long. The Federal Reserve is going to turn on the printing press. It's going to turn on its laptop and start buying up equities. And you know what happens when that happens? You cannot fight the Fed. You cannot fight the Fed, or you will get ran over. All right? You don't want to get steamrolled, ran over when they turn on their computer and start buying equities. They have an unlimited trading account. All right? Their trading account is like Save Wizard for PlayStation 4. All right? Their account says 9999999999999999999 to the 100th power. That's how much they have in their account. It's limitless. It's infinity. All right, it probably just has the infinity symbol on it when you look at the account balance. So you can't fight the Fed. They can buy and buy until his wrist gets sore. He can stand it. He can just sit there and just keep clicking the mouse. Buy. All right, you can't beat that. You can't stand in front of that. So what you do is, if the market does technically bounce tomorrow, you're gonna want to ride it, because remember, bull market breakouts are pretty humdrum, but a bear market rallies are legendary. Straight up. The only thing you gotta be careful about is, with a bear market rally, this thing could get right back up to positive, to where we left off at before the thing broke, only to fall down again and go, psych, I fooled you, made you look. So that's the only thing about a bear market, is those rallies, once it's done, they're sold aggressively. So we do got this gap right here on the GDXJ. On the leg down, we've created a bullish pointer, and we got a gappity gap. When this thing is ready to turn, we're going to the trend line resistance of 39. And I would love to be in on that one. So, but I got to wait. That is not the thing you go and stand in front of a falling knife on. All right, Clorox. Clorox got hurt today. Hurt. Fell below the trend line support. It's not the first time it's happened. Last time it happened was back here. All right. And we went from 172 up to 178, and that was it. And here we are. I think the topping pattern is done. I think a new leg down is coming. It's going to drop below the Kumo cloud. This is setting up to be a possible short, but hold your horses before you start putting in sell short tickets and buying puts. Keep in mind, this is the bullish pointer right here. Whatever little pull backingness you see could be very short-lived, and eventually, no matter how low it goes, is coming back, baby, and it's going north of the pointer. Just keep that in mind. All right, keep that in mind. But that is a nasty bullish pointer right there. All right, just had to point that out to you. All right, taking a look now at Colgate. Colgate got decimated, but you got another bullish pointer hither. I think what this bar really represents was just taking out this pointer right here, and boom, we've done it. Now we got a bullish pointer saying the market is bottom. I think we go north of here, to believe it or not. I think we're about to go north of here. Just don't know where we're going to base out. I don't think it's going to be just a one bar pivot, even though it could be. We did it back here. One bar pivot, boom. Then we came back up. Nice aggressive rally, but then look what happened with the sell down. So I don't know. But all I can tell you is it's looking nasty to the downside. All right, so taking a look now at this one here. This is Bitcoin. As we know, Bitcoin is still falling. This is a nasty type of a situation. We got way beyond resistance, pulling way away from this. I think it's getting close to nearing a bottom, and then it's going to come springboarding back to 8,500. All right, so get ready for that, because it should not be too much longer at this stage. All right, taking a look now at the Dow futures. Dow futures, here it is here. You can see instead of the inside day, instead of the narrow range inside day, the market just collapsed, put in a new leg down. So now the question is it ready to give it another go? We shall see, but this thing is still bearish, still locked in, bearish weekly trend momentum. All right, accelerating downward, trend line turning down with it. Kumo cloud way up yonder at 28,000. Seems like a world away. We're 7,000 points away from that. Technically, no, we hit 20,000 today. So technically speaking, we're 8,500 points away from that. And it's looking rough. There's no support yet. There is no bottom yet. It is what it is. Tomorrow's Take Back Friday. We may not get one. Looking at this right here makes me change my whole tune and say we ain't getting one. It would take the mighty Fed to come in and just do something. It would have to do something. All right. It would have to do. I'm serious. The market can't rally without the Fed coming in, lowering interest rates to zero or -0. And here's what's going to have to happen. In order to have a Take Back Friday, we need for shorts, first of all, to start the ball rolling. Shorts will have to start taking profit. And I don't mean a couple of shorts. I mean pretty much everybody who's short would need to start heading to the exit tomorrow and taking profit. That's number one. Number two, the Fed somebody has to grab the chairman of the Federal Reserve at gunpoint, make him go over to his laptop, turn on the laptop, log into his trading account, and start buying up every equity in the NASDAQ, the Dow, and just run it out straight up, causing a short squeeze to make people who are short take profit. Then on top of that, they need to lower the interest rates to zero, and he needs to be aggressively buying. And the president's going to come out and do a press conference and say, okay, here's what we done last night. I stayed up late last night doing this, and now we've done this, and this. We're going to give every American person $5,000 because we have to help the economy. You're supposed to take this money and go out and spend it. Okay, we're gonna mail everybody a debit card with the 5,000 on it. Your job is to go out and spend it. You must spend it. If you don't spend it all in 30 days, then it goes away. This is for the economy. It needs to be spent. You can do whatever you want with it. Just go spend it. Those are things that need to happen tomorrow in order to have this go. Okay. So, all right. We got a comment here, and I want to address it. All right, he says, I found it interesting that everything dumped at the same time this morning. Speaking of the cryptos. Yeah, I've been talking about that for years. See, we're in a global economy. Pretty much everybody is trading everything at the same time. What happens is when there is a margin call and a credit crunch, people have to liquidate positions. So it's kind of telling, you can tell what markets are falling with the stock market. That's telling you where the big firms and the big sovereign wealth funds and stuff, it tells you what they've been trading. It tips their hands so you can see their cards that they're holding. What got hurt today? Bitcoin and gold. That's telling you that they have been holding massive positions in Bitcoin and gold because they had to liquidate them. And they've been liquidating Bitcoin and gold heavy. Gold was down almost $100 today. All right, it's been under liquidation heavy. Those aren't shorts going into gold. That's liquidation. That's get me out of the market. I've been long for a minute. I need to take profit. I got to meet a margin call. Get me out of the market. That's what that is. So that's proof that I've been saying it for years, that large institutional money was flowing into the crypto market. People laughed at me, told me I didn't know what I was talking about. I said, all right, fine. You're going to see. You're going to see. I said, you're going to see that these big institutions and big corporations and big rich people who've been talking smack about Bitcoin on TV, those are the very ones that got a $10 million portfolio of Bitcoin lying like buzzards. I told you that. Everybody laughed at me. But then, so then how else do you explain Bitcoin falling like that? Bitcoin can't be manipulated like the equity market. It's a different market. You don't know what you're talking about. You need to stick to what you... Okay, so then what's happening with your Bitcoin portfolio, knuckle? Huh? What's happening? Explain yourself. You can't, because your Bitcoin is being liquidated by the large institutional money. They are taking profit on those longs. All right? Just saying. Knuckle. All right? So, now that you understand that, it's going to continue to happen until those margin calls are done. Then, when they get the all signal is clear, they're going to go back in and buy it dirt cheap. And I mean, they're going to buy it heavy. And then that's where you're going to see the situation like I explained to you earlier, Bitcoin taking out the all-time high. All right? But first step, 18,000, here we come. Once the floor has been put in. Silver also being decimated. Silver's a little bit trickier. Silver's been the weak sister. All right? Silver's been the milk toast of the precious metals for a minute. Not really benefiting from the rally in gold, really struggling. And now it's breaking into these low points. And the issue, though, is weird because on the commodity side of things, it's a whole different story. We're talking about corn, wheat, soybeans, live cattle, feeder cattle, orange juice, coffee, lumber, cocoa, pork bellies, which you can't trade no more, lean hogs. We're talking all that stuff. So for silver to act like a commodity and get dusted, and it's funny because when the dollar was falling, when the dollar was falling, it fell too. When the dollar was getting stronger, silver fell too. So silver just been like, I don't know. It's just been giving up. Like, I give up. I don't play no more. That's how it's been acting. So it's looking really bad right now. Really bad down here, this 15 handle. And looking like it wants to go lower with this little pointer right here saying I ain't done falling yet. We could get a pause tomorrow, but it doesn't mean it's done falling. I'm dead serious. All right, here's Zynga. Zynga is disappointing. Fell below the Kumo cloud. This pointer that I was telling you about, it happened. Again, we didn't get that narrow range inside day before a break. It broke. and it broke hard. And here we are flirting with the $5 handle. Looking bad. If anything, you'll fill this gap right here, possibly tomorrow. I doubt it. This is not looking good. You got a little bullish pointer right here, but this thing is below the Kumo cloud, man. I don't know. I think this Inga it's looking like it looks bad. You know. Okay, now here's the next one. This right here is the financial select spider. This is the XLF. It's been just gapping down, man. It's not. It's looking. The financial sector is looking bad. But we got a few things. We got to pause for a second. We got this bullish pointer right here. Could we be near a bottom? And is this thing gonna come up here and fill this gap to 25 at least? I don't know. And I doubt all this is going to happen tomorrow, but we shall see. But it's looking nasty. All right, charts are looking nasty. Mad technical damage. All right, remember I was telling you about your volatility? Okay, here's the VIX. This is the VXZ. This is the one I was looking for earlier today. So you can do the VXZ. It's affordable. You see how it's been going up since the market's been falling, right? And it's looking good. But you know, you do have this bearish pointer right here, and you got a gap. So I don't know. I think the market could pause tomorrow, fill the gap, but your guess is as good as mine. We got the bullish weekly trend momentum. So technically speaking, you're still long, but you'd be pulling in, you know, tightening up those stops to take some profit. You don't want this thing to reverse and come all the way down here tomorrow. And you'd be like, what in the world happened? Okay, you don't want that. You don't want this. Don't let that be you. All right, use those stops if you're long this market. But this is the VXZ. This is what you buy during a bear market. All right, here is your VXX. Same thing. All right, this thing has been taken off. If you're long here, same thing. You got a bearish pointer right there. You got gappage. You know, take that for what it is. You got a gap right here too. Could get a pullback tomorrow and take back Friday. If you're long this market, please make sure your stop is in place to lock in as much profit as possible. You don't want this thing to reverse on you and come down here. Don't let that be you. All right, looking at gold futures. Gold futures got crushed, and we closed below the trend line support. Not good. The long-term trend line support got broken today. Not a good sign. Not a good sign. I repeat, not a good sign. Secondary crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading and the beginning stages of a correction and a weekly bearish trend momentum reading. Gold is looking like it has caught the coronavirus. Coming off of a primary crash alert right here. And it manifested this, and it's saying you have more coming. Gold is sick. Taking a look at the UVXY, showing its behind. Take a look at this. Look at this. Here it is. Bearish pointer. If you've been long this market, please put your stop in. You don't want this thing to open up tomorrow and come all the way down here. And you're like, what happened to my profits? If you're long the UVXY, please get ready. Because they could do something crazy on you tomorrow. Take back Friday too. Don't get roasted. All right, here's the UUP, the US dollar index ETF. You got a bullish pointer. It's stopped short right smack on the trend line resistance. Like it's saying to itself, what do I want to do here? What am I doing? You got a bullish pointer here and you got a massive bearish pointer here. They never corrected this, so I guess it's a good tick. Who knows what this thing is going to do? We got the beginning stages of bullish weekly trend momentum though. So it's looking like this run is going to continue. Looks like the dollar is back, baby. We shall see, though. Tomorrow is a very interesting day. Taking a look at the USLV. USLV is getting smoked. Look at the gappage we've been doing. This thing is like saying, I have the coronavirus and I'm 70 years old. Pray for me. That's what this is saying right now. If you're long this, what are you doing with your life? What's wrong with you, man? What you doing? Why are you long USLV? What are you doing? Please don't be somebody in my trading room long the USLV right now. Please don't do it. All right, here's the SJB. All right, this one's still bullish, but you got this bearish pointer right here. You got your bullish weekly trend momentum reading. So you still want to be long, but you got to respect the pointer, and you got to respect tomorrow's Take Back Friday. If you're long, make sure you got your stops in to at least lock in some profit. Don't get punched in the face tomorrow by this market. Russell's looking tore down from the neck down. All right. So please protect your neck. Respect your chin in these markets. Don't be disrespecting your chin in the market, because the market will check your chin if you don't have your guards up. All right. Please have your guard up. This is looking whack. Settling, closing near the low of the session and falling in pre-market. All right. Protect your neck. If you've been short, move that stop, lock at some profit. Not saying that it's done falling. I'm just saying. Take Back Friday, anything goes. We could be down another 1,000 points tomorrow, as far as we know, but you still got to move those stops. Here's a triple Q. Now, the QQQ NASDAQ 100 has a bullish pointer that it made today. So this is going to be an interesting one as well to see if it's done, or do we have more. We got the bearish weekly trend momentum extending out, still locked in bearish. It has not changed. The bearish momentum is still locked in. How much lower are we going to go? I have no idea, but it's looking nasty. Closing at the low of the session. That's nasty. Here's your crude oil, man. Thought you were going to see a bounce. Hey, I did too. Now, you pretty much did have that narrow range inside day, right? Trying to stay, it closed within the range. So this one could rally up. This one very well could do that. We'll see. I think it was down a little bit more in the night market. Let me just take a look again. Okay, it's come back. It's come back. So yeah, this one's looking like it could bounce tomorrow. So oil could actually try to do a little something. We've been very elongated, long in the tooth on this drop. All right, so a little bit of correction is not out of the cards on this one here on the crude oil futures. This is one to watch for sure. All right, looking at the NASDAQ 100 futures, man, not looking good, looking real weak. You got your bearish weekly trend momentum still locked in. Bears are very much in control of this market. Don't know if we'll see any kind of technical bounce. If we do, it'll be based off of profit taking. I don't know if the Fed can do anything, if the president can do anything. This is looking bad. Here's MaxR. MaxR is looking whizzack right now. Look at this thing, man. Just pulling away. It's just pulling away, man. It's threatening to become a penny stock at this point if this keeps up. Negative bearish weekly trend momentum is still like that, and it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. And you gapped your way down here, so I don't know, man. These markets are so tore up right now. It'll take a miracle to make this train stop. Here's INO. Had a primary rally alert coming into today, and you got it. Okay, the market rallied just like the alert said it would do. This one's poised to try to move up a little bit higher. It's looking like it wants to go higher. Let's see what we get out of this one. This is an interesting one. I kind of like this to 20. I really do. I think this thing could hit 20. This is definitely one to watch, though. Definitely one to watch. All right. Let's see here. I got a request. Let me take this out. All right, let's see. So the request is GNMK. GNMK. All right, it is trying to do a little something too. Got a bullish pointer made and the beginning of a weekly bullish trend momentum reading. The last one we got was back here. Market did take off somewhat and then it pulled back and now it's taken off again. So this one's trying to do something. It's trying to do something. This one looks good too, man. This looks pretty good. It's Genmark Diagnostics. I have no idea what they do or how they do what they do, but it's here on this list. So obviously they're doing something. They're doing something right. Because this stock looks pretty good. It looks like it wants to go a little bit higher, and I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. All right, so I think that is it. Oh, you said INO down $1.87 after hours. Wow. Hey, these markets are getting real wicked, man. They're getting real wicked. What can I say? They're getting wicked. People are panicking. They don't know what to expect. They just don't know what's happening. As it stands right now, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek here into the after hours market. The Dow is down 142, Nasdaq down 64.5, S&P down 15.5, Russell down 7 points, Bitcoin down 1,425 at 45.85. Oil off only a nickel at $31.45 a barrel. Bonds up 1 and 9/30, trading at 180 and 9/30. Gold down $8.90, trading at 1581.40. Silver down 26 cents, trading at 1574. US dollar index at 97.72, up 25 pips. So that's what's happening, folks. In the nighttime markets. These numbers are kind of small on the U.S. stock indexes, though. After this huge day, so the selling could be pretty much done for now. Who knows what we'll wake up to in the morning? But for now, it's looking like the market's done what it had to do, and it looks like it wants to base out a little bit. The only question is that what we're going to see? Is the market truly going to bottom out here? Is it truly going to base out here? We have fallen by so much, man. This market has fallen by so much. Like, for real. I'm like, man, can it do any more? Can it do any more? Is there any more damage that could technically be done to this market that hasn't been done already? It's fallen so much and so hard. Is it even possible for it to get back up? Can it get up? At this point, this thing is hurt. The market is it's like the market's saying, no more. Please don't beat me no more. I'm sorry. All I hear is Biggie. Kicked in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard is the market saying, don't beat me no more. And that's all I hear right now. The market saying, no mas. No mas. All right, someone said they think Trump has the virus. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday the 13th. I don't know, man. I don't know. Look at it this way. It's funny because I think this is what we talked about at the dinner table. Okay, so assuming that he does, let's just assume that he has the virus, right? Or been exposed to the virus. Don't forget, he's the president of the United States, so he has access to the best healthcare in the world as a sitting president. Now, aside from that, don't forget, he is a multi-billionaire. Even if he wasn't the president, he gonna be all right. He's straight. All right? He's straight. He gonna be all right. You ain't gotta worry about that. He gonna be just fine. All right. I haven't heard one billionaire dying from the coronavirus. I haven't heard about it. I don't recall a billionaire dying from MERS or SARS or Ebola or none of that. If you know of one, please jot it down here in the live stream and I'll shout it out. But to my knowledge, I have not heard of a billionaire dying of a simple disease like that because they got access to the best. They can go anywhere, fly in anybody. All right. They can buy a lab. They'll say, you know what? I'm tired of this. Let me go ahead and buy let me buy this lab company over here. Let me buy this pharmaceutical company over here. All right, your job now, you work for me. Your job is to cure me of my disease. Don't do nothing else. I own you now. Think about it. Isn't that what you would do? Is there no price that you would not pay to save your own life if you had the money? Of course. Of course. All right, my man Nathan says he managed to get on, but had no alert though. Yeah, see, that's the thing about the price trigger system, because even if there is no alert, the price triggers themselves will get you in on the right side of the market, because that's how we designed it. So that's dope that you was able to do that. Had to put this one up there. They got extra bodies they can transfer themselves into. That was tight. That was tight. For those that don't get it. Demons can they need a host. They can go inside anybody, possess anybody. Oh, man, that's funny. You said, oh, someone said Hugh Hefner. Yeah, but did he die of the communicable thing that's going on right now? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't SARS or MERS or the swine flu. That's what I'm talking. That's what I mean. Not something that far back that the whole world was exposed to when they was concerned about a pandemic. That's what I'm talking about. Plus, he don't count. He was a rare bird. Oh, HIV. Yeah, see, that's different. That's different though. I don't really count that. That's something on a whole nother level. I'm talking about like the SIRS, the MARS, the MERS. I'm talking about Thunderbirds, all that stuff, man. But yeah, the HIV has taken out many a person. It doesn't care about who you are, what you are. So that's a whole nother thing. All right. So now, like I said, tomorrow's Take Back Friday. Normally, I don't engage in the markets on Friday, but at times, remember, I did tell you guys that there are times where you may want to go home with something in your back pocket for a rainy day, just in case something jump off. Okay. So, like for instance, like I told y'all last week, I said if you wanted to go home with a short position in your back pocket, just something small, I couldn't be mad at you. If you wanted to buy a put, I couldn't be mad at you. Well, if you did do it, I know you was like happy, right? Because you woke up on Monday morning hearing that the Dow was down 2,000 points. So, being that we have moved this week the way we've moved, I'm doubtful that the market will move down another 2,000 points tomorrow, but you never know. Could it move down another 2,000 points on Monday? Yeah, it really could. I can't be mad at you if you say you want to buy an inverse ETF tomorrow. Like, let's say we get a powerful rally tomorrow and someone says, I'm buying that ETF. I can't be mad at you. I can't be mad at you because it seems like I always tell you things love to jump off on the weekends. But here's my both sides of the argument. The U.S. is just now really getting into the game, right? All the other countries have already been hit. We're just now getting into this game. They just now sent out all these test kits and stuff, right? You know what's going to be a lot of positives coming up. The question is not if they're going to be positives. The question is how many. you know? So, yeah, I have to agree with you, my man. I don't think it's done, man. Until we're done with this whole coronavirus thing, it ain't over, man. The markets, yeah, will get smacked. We going to sub 20,000, yeah. Maybe not tomorrow, but it's coming. I have to agree with you. But we take it one day at a time. So I might be like, you know what? Let me get a little bit of that DXD. I may buy a couple of shares of that, a little something. Or I may say, okay, let me take a look. Let me take a little test here. Let me let me buy, let me buy a couple of QQQs on the close, just in case we get like some kind of good news and we bounce. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. The latter is probably not going to happen, but I might definitely take a little DXD just to hold over the weekend. Like I said, what's the worst that can happen? Okay, I buy 100 shares and the market rallies a bit on Monday. Okay, fine, I get out. No problem. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna get punished. It's only 100 shares. That's a position builder. You buy 100 shares or something, and it moves, against you like $1 or $2. Okay, so you lost $100, $200. Okay, fine. But if it moves in your favor, that's a position builder. So okay, now great. This thing is really gaining momentum. Let me add to this position. Boom. See what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things like, hey, I don't want to miss nothing. So if it's gonna move heavy, I'll take 100 shares. If it's down, if it moves $10, I made $1,000. Hey, no problem. That's kind of my thinking behind doing stuff like that. Just so you know, that's how your boy thinks. Okay. All right, we got another comment. According to Chris Martinson, the peak of the virus is looking like May, early June. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what they said though. That's what the authorities said that a few days ago. I was watching that. They said that this thing will probably die out around that time. Okay. Now, oh yeah, absolutely. In a bear market, it's always it's never a bad time to get short. To be honest with you, we're in a bear market, so I can't tell you that you're wrong for playing the SDS on the pulse waves tomorrow. How could I say that? You know what I'm saying? So nah, you're all right. Follow the system, do what you do. Now, if I do something, I'll definitely let you guys know what I'm doing in case y'all want to join me. But other than that, yeah. Now here's the thing about it, and I was running the numbers on this myself. This looks like it's a 90-day window thing because technically speaking, this thing came out in November, December of last year. Here we are, March. So December to March is 90 days, and now we're hearing that it's dying down in China now. All right, and so if that's the case, it's a 90-day window. We new to this. This is our 90-day window does take us into like May, June. All right. So we're looking at this lasting until like May or June. The only thing about the 90-day window is you don't know how bad things can be within that 90-day window. They can be pretty bad, and because we don't have all the information come out of China, we got a lot, but not all of it. It looked like things were really, 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 really bad in China. Is that coming here? We shall see. You know what I mean? So we'll see. It could be bad here. It could be bad. It could be worse in the States than it was in South Korea and China. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I believe that if a lot of people get infected, it can be a lot worse in the States. All right. Here is my belief. This is just my opinion. All right. It's my opinion. All right. I believe it could be worse here in the States because here in the States, most of the people in the States are fat, sick, and nearly dead. The majority of people in the United States take some form of pharmaceutical, prescription or otherwise. All right. Americans are on drugs. Americans are sickly and therefore weak. weak in the mind, weak in the body. Our healthcare system, depending on where you are in the country, it truly sucks. Now, some areas are a lot better than others. If you're fortunate to have a really great, uh, you know, well-served medical community, that's great. But everybody, not all 50 states had that. Okay, I've heard some horror stories coming out of different places, and so therefore, if that virus hits those places where there's bad medicine, wow. All I can say is wow and whoa. If the virus hits where there's a good medically served area, then you should be all right. Okay. But then here's the other issue that we have. In America, it's all about, do you have any insurance? You be like, what? First thing when you come through that door at the ER, they say, all right, let me have your insurance. You be like, what's that? Your insurance. And then someone translates this. She's asking you for your insurance. Oh, okay. Well, I don't have any. Well, by law, the hospital only is charged with making sure that you are stable. That's it. And then they roll you out in the street. I have seen the live video of people with hospitals rolling people out into the street on them hospital beds and throwing them right in the street. I'm not kidding. Rolling people out to the curb in a wheelchair or whatever. I'm not kidding. It was a big thing back in California a few years back. It was a big deal. They was rolling people out in the street, man, because they ain't had no insurance. And if the person's stable, I'm getting them up out of here. All right, that's how they look at it. So the healthcare system here has some pretty negative aspects to it. Now, don't get me wrong, emergency medicine has come a long way. They can pretty much save your life if you're dying. They got some amazing stuff and things they can do for that. But if you just sick, man, you in trouble. If you need some kind of surgery, you in trouble. All I need is a heart. All I need is a lung. All I need is a kidney. All I need is this. All I need is that. I don't know what to tell you. If the prefix to your name doesn't start with senator or governor or mayor or wealth or rich, you're screwed. So I think the coronavirus is going to expose the weakness of the U.S. healthcare system. It's going to expose it. There are some pretty bad areas. There are also plenty of medically underserved areas. All right. So if the virus hits those medically underserved areas, people going to be shout. They're going to be shout. All right. I don't know what else to tell you, man. It's not looking good if we really do get a real big outbreak. Now we know the survival rate is 97% for people that are under the age of 50 and 60. But for those that are over the age 50 and over age 60, it's a little bit more deadly. We're talking about some type of pneumonia up in here, a viral pneumonia, man. Serious, okay? So it's nothing to laugh at, nothing to make fun of. I know there's memes and stuff been all over the internet. It's not funny when you get it, or if you have a loved one that gets it. It's not funny then. So I don't make light of any of this. All right, and the seriousness of this. I'm not saying it's cause for panic. I'm just saying that if we do get a real straight up outbreak, that it's going to expose our medical system. Now, I remember not long ago, not many years ago, where there was a really bad flu strain in the DMV, the DC, Maryland, Virginia area. Emergency rooms were packed. And you could literally sit in the ER for 10 hours before you saw somebody, like for real, because they triage everybody. Now, for those of you who've never been to an ER, let me school you. All right, so when you go to an ER, they do everything by triage. Unless you're dying, you're not going back. They're not taking you back. You're going to sit in that waiting room, and you're going to sit, and you're going to wait, and you're going to wait, and you're going to wait. Now, someone will say, hey, you know what? If it's crowded, then of course that's what it is. No, you don't understand the sound of my voice. I didn't say if it's crowded. I said when you go to an ER, I don't care if you're the only one in the ER, you're going to wait and wait and wait. Now, you may ask, why does it take so long when you go to an ER? Why do you wait so long? And that's if the waiting room is crowded or not. Why do they do that? Okay, let me explain to you why they do that. It's because the doctors like to sleep. You got one doctor back there been working all night long, and then here you come in the ER. Nah, the doctor needs to take a nap before he see you. That's what you're waiting on. You're waiting for the doctors to take a nap. You think I'm playing games? I'm not playing games. I'm telling you the facts. You're waiting for the doctor to take a nap. All right? That's what it is. And sometimes ain't nobody there. They may have some nurses there, whatever, but the main people, the specialists, they ain't around. They gotta page them. They probably at home. It's that they're on call, but they're home chilling, and you gotta wait for them to get there to the hospital to check you out. You think they just have every specialty known to man just sitting there in the ER waiting for someone to come in that needs them? No. Some of them are in private practice. Some of them are off and they're at home chilling. All right. And they have to do rotations. One of the aspects of having privileges at a hospital is that you have to be on call. All right. Specialists have to be on call. And then you have to come in and do your rounds. So, every so often you got to come in. If you got patients admitted to the hospital, you have to go do your rounds and look at the charts, check them out, look at them, blah, blah, blah. All right. It's just how it is. It's how the game is played. Right. So imagine, the pandemic, since they labeled it a pandemic. Let's say you got a pandemic in your hood, right? And your ER is overcrowded. It's filled to the max. The hospital's not going to change the way it do stuff. It's still going to operate the way it operate. As long as the people coming in there are still alive and you got a pulse, you can sit and you can wait in the waiting room. Straight up. They're not going to change how they do stuff for you. They still a hospital. All right. The head of gastro, may or may not be seeing patients in their private practice for that day. All right. And they're on call at the hospital, that night or whatever. When they finish their private practice that day, they're usually on call that night, which means that if they get paid, they have to come to the hospital. It's just how it is. All right. So they'll get there. They get to you when they get to you if you need to see a specialist. So there's different types of ways that, these hospitals, govern themselves. And then same thing with your urgent care. Urgent care is a little bit different. Urgent care is more hardcore though. If you show up at an urgent care and you ain't got no insurance, they're gonna refer you to the ER. At your local hospital. You need to go to ER because some of them don't even take insurance. Like for real, they be like, you come up in here, you need to have that money, or you out. So it's gonna be something to see what happens. It's gonna really expose a lot of stuff because a lot of people they don't have insurance, and so they don't have a family physician, a primary care physician. So they use the ER as their physician. A lot of people use the ER as their private doctor because they don't have insurance. They don't have a primary care doctor, so they go to ER, and it's going to overwhelm the system. So just saying, this is what it is, folks. This is what it is. And yes, I know what I'm talking about. I happen to know quite a bit about healthcare. Yep. And yes, I know how to read a medical report. Yes, I know how to read a surgery report. Sure do. Very familiar with the medical terminology. Yep. Yep. Many moons ago, I used to work in the healthcare industry. I worked for a orthopedic surgeon in private practice. I also used to work for an insurance company. And guess what my job was? Investigating hospitals and doctors for fraud. So yes, I am very familiar with my CPT4 codes and HCPCS codes and durable medical equipment codes, prescriptions and all that good stuff. I have had quite the interesting life, to be quite honest with you. Done a lot, been a lot, seen a lot, done a lot, and had the blessing to have known a lot of different types of people from a lot of different walks of life, and been able to talk to them. And yeah, so I know a little bit about everything. Yep, I am 202 years old. You got it. Yoda ain't got nothing on me. All right, so as far as tomorrow, like I said, I don't know, man. I'm not playing with these markers. I'm gonna wait till I get up in the morning. I'm gonna see what happens. Normally, what I would do in normal settings, folks, I would put my tickets on at night. Like I would already have tickets on for tomorrow, and I would be trading the futures. I would be like long or short the Dow or the Nasdaq or the S&P futures. I haven't been touching them joints. Have not been touching them joints. I've been on the ETF side of things and loving it because ain't no way in the world I'm trading these futures right now until they calm themselves down. How am I supposed to trade a Dow with a 3 to 5,000 point trading range in a day? Where do you put your stop? You gotta be out of your ever-loving mind. You think I'm getting up in there? No, sir, no, ma'am. When the market returns to some kind of normalcy, then I'll get back into my future because I love futures. But I ain't been messing with them. I ain't touching them. Not gonna chop my head off. I wake up in the morning and I'm down $5 million in the Dow. You gotta be out of your mind. Nope. Futures I can only touch during the day when I'm awake and sitting at my computer and don't have anywhere to go and nothing else to do. Then I can play around. And I'm really hoping that maybe I can catch this turn when it comes and I can see it, sense it, and hop on it and tell you guys, hey, it's time, let's get in. But other than that, I'm all over the equities right now because equities can't hurt you as bad as those futures can. Futures can take you to bankruptcy and financial ruin, even if you put a stop in. You cannot play games with these markets. Anything that has leverage attached to it, you got to be careful and don't be stupid. All right. Futures trading is extremely risky, especially in these times. Forex trading can be risky too. Don't sleep on Forex. I've seen Forex pairs move 50,000 pips. 50,000 pips at once. Not in the course of a week or a month or a year, but in seconds. And there's nothing you can do about it. So respect the markets. I cannot stress that enough. I love these markets. I love the volatility. That's how you make money. But you can't be stupid. Don't be a gambler. Don't try to bet the farm. No, it's not. This is not betting. This is not gambling. This is trading. And it should be approached as a business and with respect. If you don't respect the markets will take your head off. All right? Just telling you what I know. Been there and done that, so you don't have to. And with that being said, I'm done talking. I'm up out of here, man. PulseWaveTrading.com. Tomorrow we got the webinar. Go to the website and sign up for it. Also, I will be back tomorrow morning for the pre-market pulse scan. Remember, I don't do end-of-day reports on Friday. I normally don't. I like to start my weekend and chill. But because we live in unnormal times, if something supernatural and paranormal happens tomorrow with these markets, I probably will have to come in and talk to you about and explain some things to you. So we'll see. All right, we'll see what happens. We'll have to watch it. We'll play it by ear. But if it's supernatural and paranormal in these markets tomorrow, then yeah, I'll probably have to come back on and do a little something something, because I know a lot of people gonna have questions like, what just happened? Why did that happen? What in the world does this mean? Are we all about to die? And, I know I can already hear the questions coming. Why, Dex? Why did that happen? I don't understand. I don't understand. So I get it. I got you. I got you. You don't have to go nowhere. I got you. All right. So we'll see what happens. We'll play everything by ear, and then we'll wait and see. But we're not going to panic. We're not going to be bugging out. We're going to let the market do what it do, and we'll see what happens. Okay. All right. With that said, people, remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And with that said, peace. And thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I'm out.